Hi, my name is Josh Milady. I worked at the Rose from 2008 until 2019. And while I was there, I actually wore a lot of different hats. I worked in a lot of different departments doing a lot of different things. So choosing just one memory is actually super difficult. I started out as the technical director, and I also got the chance to design a couple of sets, including Charlotte's Web in 2009, and then Bridge to Terabithia in 2010, which are two of my favorite designs I've ever done. And then I also worked as an educator, doing Saturday morning classes, summer camps, full day workshops, the whole plethora of things. But I also got the chance to see a lot of those students that I was teaching grow up over the years and become professional artists in their own right. While I worked in the box office, I made a lot of unforgettable memories and met a lot of cool friends like Nikki and Mandy and the rest of the box office staff that were there over the years. But I also got to see a lot of our members and the cool journeys that they got to take as they saw shows over the years and as their kids grew older, some of which became students of the Rose and became cast members and things. And I also got to work with a lot of our amazing volunteers like Shar and Terry Jones and heard their stories and got to experience life with them. And as an actor, I got to do a lot of cool things like a pirate. I was a dancing bunny in one show. I was a train. I was a pair of boxers and a giant bra and knuffle bunny. But I got to do some cool things like I brought the part of Bobby Goodspeed to life in The Misfits in 2011. Brian Gehring adapted James Howe's novel of the same name for a world premiere at the Rose. And Bobby Goodspeed was kind of the narrator, and it was about the group of kids getting picked on at school, which I related to. And every night I got to deliver Bobby's monologue to all these other kids who were possibly going through the same thing. And so that meant a lot to me. And I also got to perform it for James Howe and his daughter Zoe, which you can't imagine doing that. You're like, these are your words. I'm bringing them to life. Here you go. You know. Um, and then a year later, I got to play Fang in Nate the Great, and Fang was this big scary dog. He was a 5'10" dog, about 250 pounds, give or take, and he would scare kids most of the time because he was Fang. But there was one performance I did where we got done with bows, Q&A, and everything, and this teacher pulled me. It was a school show, and this teacher pulled me down, and she said, "Hey, we've got this young lady. It's her birthday. She's special needs. She's very nonverbal, but she loves dogs. And every time you came on stage, she got really excited. Could you come say hi?" And of course, I said yes. So I came down. The students came around. We were all kind of talking and stuff, and I saw her, and she just started beaming ear to ear, smiling. And she started petting me as if I was a real dog. And I said happy birthday and was kind of talking to her and that sort of thing. They were snapping pictures. I signed an autograph for some of the kids. And then the teacher said, "Okay, well, now it's time to go to lunch. Say goodbye." And instead of saying goodbye, this young lady actually took me by the hand and led me all the way up the center aisle with the rest of the kids. We all lined up, and she held my hand, and we walked all the way up the center aisle and got to the lobby. And I said, "All right, well, you have a nice lunch and happy birthday again." And she gave me the biggest hug ever, and she walked away. Um, that memory alone is worth everything because that is how the Rose makes everything magic. You could do a million shows for a million people, but that one moment means the world to me, and I'll never forget that. And luckily enough, we've got a picture of it. And a year later, that young lady actually came back for another field trip, and she had the same paraprofessional that was with her, and the para recognized me, and we started talking. And as soon as I started talking, even though I wasn't in costume, this young girl lit up again, smiling ear to ear, and gave me the biggest hug. And that's magic. I wasn't Fang anymore. I was Josh. But she remembered Fang. And so I'll be eternally grateful for all of those moments, but especially that one. And hopefully Someday I'll come back to the Rose and I'll get to make more magic and I'll make more memories. Just like that. So, thank you.